Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I welcome you all to the webinar on Islamic Development Bank Jeddah Scholarship for India. But before we move on to begin, let's share a small PPT about AMP. Just give you a brief introduction. AMP is Association of Muslim Professionals. We have been into the economic development industry since the past 12 years. It's an NGO working for the benefit of the society. Yeah, welcome, Dr. Bilal Sheikh. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
So I was just telling you about AMP's brief journey. We have our flagship programs wherein we are running school development programs, employment assistance cell, career guidance, and a lot more. AMP is registered in India, USA, UK, and Australia as a non-profit organization. And our vision is to impact 10 million people by 2030. AMP's vision is to have a model community which is advanced in education, socially progressive, culturally vibrant, politically influential, and economically dynamic. This we do through our various flagship programs as well as I spoke to you about school development program, wherein school development lectures have been taken around 2,800 plus schools, connecting students, which is about 2,81,000 and more. And 110 plus teachers have been given training on parenting workshop, etc. 800 plus schools are on board with us. Similarly, employment assistance cell have been working since the past 10, 12 years and providing job drives and job fairs so as to get the students, the candidates, their jobs. For this, we have recently launched a job portal called Empower Jobs, wherein 100% verified jobs are being posted and the candidates are being able to apply for them and they are getting their dream jobs. 360 plus job fairs and job drives with 21,000 plus candidates employed. And to enhance the career of the students, we are also conducting employability training programs vis-a-vis, wherein the industry standards and the demand of the industry is taken care of, and have various programs pertaining to that are being floated for them. 220 plus employability training programs have been conducted and 17,000 degree students benefited. Yet another program of ours is a scholarship and self-employment, and scholarships guidance, and the webinar is one of the most important project of her that we are leading, and today's scholarship program is all about that only. 800 plus higher education scholarships have been granted, 860 plus orphan education, and 425 plus families transformed by offering self-employment cell. Also for this, we have launched a recent project of ours called indiazakat.com, wherein the job seekers, the zakat seekers and the zakat givers come to a unified platform, and we raise these causes for scholarships, for medical help, and for education, etc. Then we have AMP's resource center, wherein 660 plus career counselors have been trained and 2,500 plus students counseled with 50 plus documents on career guidance. What we are doing is we are making tools so as to guide the trainers for career guidance, as well as the students, they would get benefited with these tools. We are also planning to have various psychometric tests and other tools so that the student can identify their right career. Then awards and partnerships, we have 380 plus renowned educationalists connected and awarded. Every year we give best teacher award and the best principal award who have worked extremely well in the field of education. 50 plus partners for skill training and job fairs, including state governments. Then 100 plus partner NGOs for various programs are on board with us. And let me take you through the online presence of AMP. On-ground reach presence of AMP is 140 plus active chapters, which are spread across 26 states with 16 countries, 6,000 plus active members, and via LinkedIn and other social media platforms. Various professionals have been connected to us. 1,25,000 is not the correct figure. We have crossed much more than this, and inshallah, endeavor to do more. So let's begin our webinar. You can always visit www.amp.india.org to visit our website. Let's begin with our speaker. I welcome Dr. Bilal Sheth and a brief introduction about him. He is a senior lecturer in Government Dental College, director of Scholar Group of Schools, and counselor IDB Jeddah Scholarship Program, West Zone, India. A warm welcome to Dr. Bilal Sheth. Over to you. We have been waiting, like the participants have been waiting for the webinar to begin with. So without much ado, I hand it over to you. Thank you.
Kindly give me permission to save the PPTs. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, MP, for providing opportunity to introduction about Islamic Development Bank Jeddah Scholarship Program in India. First, we give brief introduction about Islamic Development Bank Jeddah. It is an umbrella body of different organization which is working in Islamic banking and finance in 57 Muslim countries in all over the world. IDB introduced his scholarship program in 1983. From there are divided into two form. First is a member country. In it, 57 countries, and other is a non-member countries. India is the non-member countries, and IDB providing scholarship to Muslim student in non-member countries like India. There are two schemes, which one first is a financial assistance program in education. IDB providing maximum fund to the schools, colleges, and other educational institutions in India since 1989. There are provide crores of rupees in Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia, and many more educational institutes in India, all over the India. And another program is scholarship assistant to academic excellence students. There are called IDB scholarship programs in India. The goal of the IDB scholarship programs is was the competent professional and committed Muslim, which is now is converted into good citizen and competent professionals. There are 6,000 plus Muslim professional, which is helped by the IDB scholarship and now serving in different places in India. So they want our professional very competent and committed to the society. So is the vision and tagline is a competent professional and committed Muslim. Now from last year, they change their mission and goal to good citizen and competent professionals. There are 6 scholarship program offered by Islamic Development Bank India. First is undergraduate program, second is master's program, third one is PhD and postdoctoral research program, fourth one ISDB for technical vocational education and training program, fifth one ISDB bachelor studies to 21 selected universities in the world, and sixth one the World Academy of Science supportive program. In India, IDB offered only first 3 programs: undergraduate programs, master's program, and PhD postdoctoral research program. But since last year, IDB offered only undergraduate programs in India, but from this year, they will give access for master's and also PhD programs. Eligibility criteria for first 3 scholarship programs for Indian students is they must be a citizen of any member countries or Muslims community in non-member countries. So being an Indian citizen, we are coming in Muslim communities in non-member countries. Candidate from non-member countries must be a Muslim, must have obtained high school diploma, register in one of the top 10 public government university in his or own countries. So a student who has passed the 12th exam, and they can get admission in professional courses like medicines, engineering. So they have to put their 12th 10+2 mark sheet in this category. Must have minimum 70% in his or high school final GPA. So they have secured minimum 70% in 10+2 exams. Must choose a field of study listed among the approved discipline of the program. We will provide a list of different courses in the next slide. Must provide evidence of language proficiency in university instruction as relevant. So we have to provide IELTS certificate in a master's and PhD programs when we will go for abroad studies. And in India, we have to select the 10+2 mark sheet in which English subject is compulsory. Must provide certified English or French translation of the old document in case of they are initially in other language. If we have documents in our regional language, then we have to translate it in English language. Must be medically fit and willing to undergo medical test after selection. So we have to provide medical certificate from any registered medical practitioners in India. Field of studies, there are first one is a medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, health, nutrition, health service, management, biomedicine, medical technology, veterinary. They are all this subject is come into the health sector. Other one is engineering, civil, mechanical, chemical, and all the types of engineerings. Third one in IT and infrastructure management, computer science, information technology, telecommunication, electronics, and related fields. Other sector is biodiversity, climate change, and water and hygiene. Then social science, law, media, journalism, political science, entrepreneurship, and trade and commerce. Islamic finance and Islamic banking is also come into these categories. Education, psychology, education policy, and international development is also the different courses which IDB provide the scholarship to the student. Agriculture and forestry, industrial technology, in which plastic, pollution control, green chemistry, and responsible growth, energy management, waste management, on all the categories in IDB provide the scholarship. You have to give the go through the website of IDB, then you apply online. First, you have the submission in between the December, January, and February. 28th February is the last date for the online application. Then in-house verification on external review of application will be go on March, April, and May. Selection committee meeting will be in the month of June. Then placement and pre-selection interview declared in the month of September. IDB will be provide cost of living for the study, tuition fee, then cost of medical treatment, and if the student study in the abroad, so they provide economic class air tickets. But from the last 3 years, IDB didn't provide any type of these facilities or scholarship to the student in India. IDB have their alumni platform. In India, the name All India IDB Graduate Association. IDB have a counterpart organization in India, named Muslim Education Trust, which is situated in Delhi. Muslim Education Trust run all the scholarship provided by IDB and connect to the student to the IDB. Pre-selection interviews organized by Muslim Education Trust, and after the pre-selection interview, they selected the student, and the list will be forwarded to the IDB head office, Jeddah. All India Graduate Association, in which 6,000 graduate, which is come under this association, and it is a graduate and financially assisted by IDB scholarship. Muslim Education Trust organized some different program for the IDB student in 3 months, 6 months, and yearly. First pre-selection interview, it is called PSI, in which they called all the applicant for the interview. They take the interview on the basis of 3 criteria. First is the student marks and academic performance in 12th class. 70% of this selection based on their 12th performance. Then 20% is based on their general knowledge, and 10% is based on their Islamic knowledge. So 70%, 20%, and 10%. Then this 100% will be the mark for the IDB scholarship in India. Then they arrange one yearly program named as Community Development Workshop, CDW. And IDB Jeddah provide Academic Excellence Award to the scholars. IDB selected the student from the first year and provide financial assistance till their studies. If a student will be selected in for medicine like MBBS in first year, then they provide assistance to every year till their completion of studies. 4.5 years completed, they provide near about 60,000 to 1.2 lakhs per year, varies for the need of the student. From 1983, in India, Muslim Education Trust received 25,500 applications, in which 12,500 eligible application, and Alhamdulillah, they selected 6,250 students, which is now doctors, engineers, and professionals in India and serving for the community. So this is the basic information for IDB scholarship programs in India. Now we take some question for IDB if anybody have doubts. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bilal. Thanks for the presentation. Let's move on to the question answers. The first question is IELTS required? Do we have it is a necessary condition to have IELTS and TOEFL, etc.?
Yes, please.
Yes, Dr. Bilal. The question is IELTS or TOEFL necessary to apply for the ISBD scholarship?
No, the IELTS or TOEFL is not necessary for applying in India. If you want to go abroad, then it is compulsory for abroad studies.
Okay, and the similar question related to the to this only, like IDB will provide scholarship for education abroad.
From this year, they have give a notice for the student who will want to study in abroad, so they can apply for this scholarship now.
So is there any list of particular countries, or how can we get the details about that?
Okay. Uh, Listed countries list may be available in the website.
Okay.
Otherwise, if any student want this list, then send me a WhatsApp. I will provide inshallah.
Okay. One of the students, Ms. Mirza Abdul Rahim, is asking कि he's currently in Jeddah and studying in an Indian school there and want to pursue undergraduate course. So would he be eligible for the IDB scholarship
Where he pursuing in India or Jeddah?
in Jeddah?
Okay.
An Indian school in Jeddah.
Okay, but for they have to study in now 12th standard or in undergraduate.
Undergraduate course he want to pursue.
They can apply. Saudi Arabia is a member country, so he should apply, no problem.
Okay, Mirza Abdul Rahim, I think you have got your answer. You can apply there. Okay. And is architecture a field of study included in the programs?
Yes, yes. Architecture and interior designing both are included in this program.
Okay. So another question is master's research proposal. So they are asking if we need to have courses of masters or research proposals in UK. Is this scholarship available for this?
Yes, yes. From this year, masters and research project scholarship available for the non-members countries also. So as an Indian, we can apply for this scholarship.
Okay. And can we have doctorate degree from abroad in animal production and management? Is this field also seeks for scholarship?
Animal agriculture and forestry and veterinary. Yes, he is eligible for a scholarship.
Okay. So we have another question for Imaz Asadi, MSc and Health Informatics. The speaker already said that you can have this field.
Yes, please. What the question?
Now I've answered. You have already answered. MSc and other fields is there.
Okay.
And 70% minimum is the 10+2 score. Students, Junaid Bhatt, I believe you've got your answers. You have got 68%, but 70%, Dr. Bilal, 70% is the least percentage that the person should have.
70% is the must for the
Yeah.
application.
Okay. Then physiotherapy, is this the option available to seek scholarship?
Physiotherapy, last year IDB selected two students from Gujarat studying in physiotherapy. So they can apply, no problem.
Okay. And MTech from a university abroad. If someone wants to pursue MTech from a university abroad, can he apply for this scholarship?
Yes, 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 sure. They can apply.
Okay. Another question from an anonymous attendee is women's studies considered as a subject for PhD scholarship?
Less I have to check. Then we can reply or on this subject.
Okay. Apart from women's studies, what is the basic eligibility criteria for PhD fellowship?
For PhD fellowship, there are some 2 or 3 criteria mentioned in the website. You have to go and click on the PhD doctoral research scholarship. Then they have provided a criteria. There are basic criteria which is applicable in all the scholarship, not more than the list.
Okay. Does Germany comes, yeah, the universities in Germany comes under the purview of this scholarship? Like, is it a member or a non-member country?
Germany is not a member country or is it not a come in the non-member country for Muslims. So it is maybe not available in the list.
Okay. So if they want to pursue some course in Germany, they cannot apply for this scholarship.
They cannot apply for this.
Okay. Details of the fellowship programs, you can go to the website and check it, Shafreen. And let's take another question. Graduation or 10 plus 2, for every program you need to have 70%.
In every program, for a graduate or for the masters, you have a 70% GPA.
And I think the scholarships are available for only those students who have taken up their respective degrees in a regular mode, not on a distance learning mode. Or they can apply for, if they have done their, for example, if they want to apply for MSc and they have done their graduation from distance learning mode.
No,
Are
no,
they?
it is
Yeah.
only for the regular student, not a distance mode.
Okay. Horticulture program, I think, is available, Dr. Blanchett, as you said, agriculture and
Yes, it's
horticulture
available.
program.
Agriculture and forestry is available.
Okay. Is there any course offered for pilot? Would you answer this question? I think for
What
applying
is the
for,
question?
is there any courses offered for pilot, for being a pilot?
No, 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 no course offered in the mentioned list,
Okay.
so not applicable.
But MBBS students can apply for this scholarship.
Yes, yes. 70% selected student for the MBBS only.
Okay. MBBS, dentistry, I think all the related fields, medical fields are available. You can check the details. Is family income certificate required? What are the documents that are required to apply for this scholarship, Dr. Bilal?
There are 5 to 6 documents. First is the 10 plus 2 mark sheet.
Okay.
Then their identity proof, any of Aadhaar card you have to provide. You have to provide your PAN card, your college ID card. Then family income certificate. But family income certificate you have to translate in English language. Then medical fitness certificate and your admission order and your yearly fees receipt. There are 6 basic documents which is required for IDB application.
Okay. So 10 plus 2 documents, your identity proof, PAN card, and family income is also required for
Family
this.
income certificate, medical fitness certificate, or
Okay.
your admission proof, in which
Okay.
you have to show your admission letter or your bona fide certificate, yeah, your fees receipt.
Okay. Is there any option for lateral entry, like if someone is pursuing a master's and is in third year, can he or she move ahead with a lateral entry and complete the course abroad?
Actually, maybe lateral entry not applicable, I think. In last year, one student which is take admission directly from diploma to degree. So their application is rejected. So maybe it is not applicable if you are take level 2 to level 3 courses.
Okay. And is university of in Australia, universities in Australia eligible? Like if someone wants to have a course in university in Australia, can they apply for this scholarship?
Um, we'll check a list. Just drop a message. So I will check and provide. Yeah, he or she can directly check on the master programs or abroad studies in IDB website. the, they can easily find out the list of universities.
Okay, one more question regarding the family income certificate. They're asking from which authority in India, like it should be attested or it should be authorized by which body so that it can be accepted.
Authorized by a government body like Mamlatdar or Deputy Collector or village Tehsildar. There are
Okay.
2 or 3 person which is offering this income certificate, and Deputy Collector, Mamlatdar, या Tehsildar.
Okay. And if applying to European Union countries for PG studies, will the scholarship be given for the students from a non-member country?
Yes, yes. Now onwards, non-member countries, Muslims in non-member countries will apply for the master's programs in abroad.
Okay, for the non-member countries as well. Then we have Masters in Engineering course at USA. Is the person eligible?
USA, yes, yeah, applicable. There are listed university in USA. Uh, they can apply for the scholarship.
Okay, and commerce is also a field of subject that is available for this scholarship.
In commerce, maybe only for charter accountant or company secretary, CA or CS
Mm-hmm.
will be a priority for Indian student. So there are only 2 courses in which Muslim Education Trust offering connecting this student to the IDB, CA or CS.
Okay, another question from Abdul Qureshi is he has done his pharmacy and want to go for healthcare administration course in Canada for September intake 2021. So he's asking, is it possible to apply for this scholarship now?
Mm, Healthcare management is also mentioned in the course offer list. So he may apply for the master's program, no problem.
Okay, and someone has asked about Jamia Hamdard. Like if he wants to pursue some course in Jamia Hamdard, is that come under this scholarship program?
This course is listed in the Mensa offered courses, so they can apply.
Acha, we can apply for the Jamia Hamdard as well. Okay.
Jamia Hamdard Aligarh Muslim University.
So
This is
Abdul,
a
I
priority for.
hope your question is answered. Diploma in engineering. Okay. After having done a diploma in engineering, can someone apply? Like, is the person is eligible for this scholarship? Diploma holders are eligible or not?
Diploma holder or 10 plus 2, both are the eligible.
Both are eligible. Okay.
But they have a 70% GPA yani, uh, from 6th semester.
Okay, Dr. Bilal. Another question, if someone has already applied for a state government scholarship, can they still go for this IDB Jeddah scholarship?
IDB Jidda scholarship is the private scholarship.
Okay.
In government scholarship schemes, they have asked about the question regarding did you apply for other government scholarship scheme. So there is a no problem for applying IDB because IDB is a non-government scholarship.
Okay, so you can, Rajibur Rahman, you can apply for both. If you have already applied for state government, you can still go ahead with IDB Jeddah scholarship. Thank you, Dr. Bilal. Can you give us a brief about the pre-interview and selection process? Like, will it be online or an offline mode? How is the process?
Mm. Our counterpart organization, Muslim Education Trust, send a letter or email to the every student in which they mention a date, place for the pre-selection interview. In a pre-selection interview, student get their or original document as well the one set of Xerox, which is mentioned or apply for the scholarship. Then interview taken by 3 panelists, one for one nominated by IDB, one nominated by Muslim Education Trust, and one will be the educator or any social leader. They will take interviews in which 70% is from GPA, their academic excellence in 10 plus 2, 20% marks considered from their general knowledge, and 10 marks from their Islamic knowledge. From 100, they have put their marks.
Okay. So you've already mentioned that some of the universities in India are also eligible for this scholarship. Where can we get a list, or how can we know like how many universities in India are eligible? Like if someone is,
I think all the university
Mhm.
which is permitted or recognized by University Grant Commission (UGC).
Then they need to be affiliated with UGC.
UGC. Yes.
Yeah, Sumaira Anjum, you can apply after 12th standard. And there's nothing like those who have not selected in top 10 university in India can apply. You can apply if you have the minimum criteria, the eligibility criteria for the scholarship. Uh,
IDB must be give priority to the students in 10 top universities India like IITs, IIMs, but they can provide scholarship to the another student also.
yeah, sure. What is the limitation of a scholarship per annum?
It varies on the depends and need of the student, their fees, their boarding, their lodging. So it may be from 60,000 to 1 lakh rupees per year.
Okay, Aisha. Did you get that now? Then law courses are also applicable, Dr. Bilal, so if someone wants to pursue an LLB
Yes,
course.
yes, yes. From last year,
So
law is
yeah, law is
also.
also a field that is available. Cyber security, is this field available?
Maybe it may come in the infrastructure management,
Mm-hmm.
uh, IT and infrastructure management. So they can apply, no problem.
Okay. All state government universities eligible for IDB.
Yes, yes, all the UGC recognized universities, all
Yeah.
the state university come under the UGC.
Okay. I think I've covered all the questions now. Someone is asking about the general knowledge questions. Uh, where is
General knowledge question based on the routine uh, questions like history, geography, then Indian politics, sports, all come under the general knowledge questions.
okay. So details of scholarship or fellowship for PhD in mechanical engineering. So as Dr. Bilal said, you can go to the website, visit there and can have the details there. I think I've covered all the questions. Just 2 minutes to scroll once again if someone is left for some important question is left. And people are asking to share your mail ID or phone number if you are comfortable, Dr. Bilal. Can we share that?
Yes, yes, we can share. In chat, we can provide.
Okay. Can you do that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we've taken diploma as well. And also the website, Dr. Bilal, for this.
Okay, one minute. isdb.org. Mention in the chat.
Okay.
Everybody check this. Provide also my mail ID.
But please make sure that you only mail the relevant questions to Dr. Bilal. The questions, no. Can we have the chat once again? In the meantime, one more question. Aeronautical mechanical engineering. Like, are the students pursuing this? Are they eligible for applying IDB scholarship?
Which engineering?
Aeronautical mechanical engineering, AME.
He can apply for aeronautic engineering or the aeronautic mechanical engineering. No.
Okay. Can I have the mail ID once, Dr. Bilal, because most of them are not able to receive it.
Sufi, it is shared 3 times, so it's more than enough.
Okay. Okay, drbilal.scholar@gmail.com. I'm just speaking for those who have missed it. It's drbilal.scholar@gmail.com. So thank you so much, Dr. Bilal. Thanks for the great inputs and the guidance that you have given us. It was of more information, and I think the students have benefited with this information. And over to you, Razzaq Bhai.
Jazakallah, thank you, Sufia, for this wonderful session. And a big thanks to Bilal Bhai for giving his valuable time. Bilal Bhai is on the panel of Islamic Development Bank Scholarship for West Zone India. He'll be guiding students and helping us in more session to get through this. For this year, unfortunately, time is very short. 28th Feb is the last date. But inshallah, going forward, next year onward, we will do a better planning so that we help student handle everyone. For student to connect us for scholarship, we have an email ID called scholarship@ampindia.org. You can write your questions in terms of scholarship that we will try to help you and guide you. Few basic important thing what I understood from Bilal Bhai's presentation today is, number one, student should have minimum 70% mark. Even if you have got 69.8, 69.9, you are not eligible. So just make sure if you are eligible, then you apply. If you can see what Vilalba have showed the number also, 50% of the people were only eligible out of the total applied. That means people have not read it well, right? So first thing is that minimum cutoff is 70% in all your academics. So in case you're doing for a bachelor, then 10 and 12 should be 70%. If you're going for a master, then all three board you should have 70%. If you're going for your PhD, then all four board you should have 70%. Just make sure that. Second important thing, he showed us three qualification: bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Students can apply for scholarship in all three, provided it is a UGC approved course. So whether you do a bachelor in cyber security, you do bachelor in whatever, it's a university approved course, you are eligible for that, right? But please try to understand, when the selection process start, where is the priority that every organization try to give? The priority is always on the top end colleges, top end scorers, and top education courses that you're going to apply for. Like he said, 70% of the applicant were from MBBS or the medical field. That means that's the priority. So I would request students who are from the medical background should apply on a 4 note in this. Engineering, law, media, all these things are again in a priority list. So you get eligibility easily into those things. Anything that is non-core and ancillary courses, the chances are low. But if you are a top scorer, if you're a rank holder, obviously you move ahead with all other barriers and you can still get approved into that. So this is one of the most sought after scholarship available in the country. Bilal, I have a question. What is the total budget for ISD for every year? For example, this financial year, what should be the budget and what number of students will be eligible or approved for this year?
In every year, we selected more than 200 students, and 200 students in a first year. So we have numbers from first to final years, near about 1,000 student in every year. We provide scholarship, 1,000 student in every year. New student is more than 200.
Okay. And what is the total budget, Bilal bhai, for India?
Total budget, I don't have a proper idea, but maybe
No, you can come back.
1,000 student into 50,000, yeah, 1,000 student into 60,000. How can there may be the figure?
Yeah. Well, okay, great. Why I wanted to ask this question was basically a lot of students were asking if I'm doing my education from Germany, from some other foreign country, am I eligible? Student, try to please understand the per ticket cost for each student is 50,000 or maybe 75 or 1 lakh rupee, not more than that. So don't expect that I'm doing my education from UK, US. Will I get scholarship of 10 lakh, 20 lakh? Probably that is not the case. Am I right, Bilal bhai?
Yes, yes. In India is varies between 60,000 to 80 to 1 lakh. For abroad, they depends on IDB, but not more than 1 lakh.
Okay, so this is a very important statement, students. All those students who were asking question about international education, just keep one thing in your mind. Don't think कि मेरा कोर्स का फीस है 10 लाख 20 लाख रुपया है तो I'll get the entire scholarship. It is not. You will be getting scholarship depending on the approved amount over there. For example, like Bilal bhai said, for education in India, it is from 50,000 to 1 lakh. For education abroad, it is close to 1 lakh rupee. So if your course fee is 10 lakh rupee, 1 lakh rupee is what IDB hai. IDB can help you out. Rest you have to take care of yourself. So just don't be completely dependent on this scholarship and go ahead with your education. You need to look at multiple ways of raising funds for your education internationally. At least in India, this cost can take care of your part, but internationally, you have to look at alternative source also.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bilal, by any last closing point that you want to make people understand that why people fail in getting this scholarship and what are the top three things that they should take care of other than the eligibility part?
First, for this scholarship, they have a good knowledge for general knowledge as well as Islamic knowledge. They have to refer or studies various books, or now they can get many information from the Google or their Android mobile. So we have to update ourselves for what changes and what for the world order. There are the main thing for the student. Their second is they are perform very well in their academics. Academics actually student can get scholarship from various organizations. So they have to secure good marks. They have to secure their academics on the top point.
Yeah, very good point. See, student, one thing is very clear. 70% is the cutoff, but good score. What Bilal bhai is saying is very clear. If there are students who are getting 90% marks, obviously they get first priority. So it is always on a merit basis the selection happen. So just try to ensure जिनके ज्यादा अच्छे स्कोर होंगे उनको प्रायोरिटी पहले मिलती है तो वो चांसेस ज्यादा होता है. डोंट फील दैट कि मेरा नंबर नहीं आ पाया because there might be a huge queue of people who will apply for that. Bilal bhai, one last question to you will be there. 28 Feb, 28th Feb is the last day for the scholarship for application. What is beyond that? Like for example, application close on 28th Feb, then the selection process start, the interview start. When does the scholarship part ends up? End means पैसा बच्चों के
स्कॉलरशिप जो है वो
अकाउंट में कब आता है? What is the complete cycle for this, Bilal bhai?
बच्चों के अकाउंट में लास्ट ईयर तक बच्चों के अकाउंट में डिपॉजिट होता था. फ्रॉम लास्ट 2 years बच्चों के अकाउंट में डिपॉजिट होता था. फिर वापस से दिस ईयर से चेक जो होगा वो जो इंडिया में 4 काउंसिलर है, जिस तरह से मैं वेस्ट जोन देखता हूँ इस तरह से 4 काउंसिलर्स है. वो काउंसिलर्स के ऊपर चेक्स आते हैं. वो स्टूडेंट को हर 3 महीने में एक EDS होता है, एजुकेशन डेवलपमेंट सेमिनार. फ्रॉम एवरी 3 months, हर 3 महीने में जितने भी हमारे स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट ईयर टू फाइनल ईयर, हम वो स्टूडेंट को कॉल करते हैं, उनके साथ बैठते हैं, उनका एकेडमिक रिपोर्ट कार्ड चेक करते हैं. इसके अलावा कुछ एक्टिविटीज रहती है जो सोशली और एकेडमिकली बच्चों के लिए बहुत फायदेमंद रहती है. तो वो एक्टिविटीज हम बच्चों से करवा के फिर हम हर एवरी 3 months हम उनको चेक प्रोवाइड करते हैं. तो ये जो प्रोसेस है फेब्रुआरी, इसके बाद जो हमारी काउंटर पार्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है Muslim Education Trust, they can also provide online applications. So if you not get IDB scholarship, yeah, if you drop out the IDB scholarship, you can go for the MET scholarship after 28 February. So in March, MET open their website for applications.
ओके तो बिलाल भाई व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज 8/28 को अगर बंद हो जाता है तो बैकएंड प्रोसेस चालू होगा। जो पे आउट का स्ट्रक्चर है वो चारों जोनल के पास आता है एंड देन दे इनवाइट स्टूडेंट एंड हैंड ओवर इन फिजिकल टर्म, फिजिकली स्टूडेंट को चेक दिए जाएंगे।
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Bilal bhai, and thank you, participant, for joining us today. AMP take this endeavor that scholarship is a primary agenda for the community. हमें अगर एजुकेशन में आगे जाना है तो हमें स्कॉलरशिप के सहारे हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं एंड देयर आर इनफ अपॉर्चुनिटी। हम बार बार इस्लामिक डेवलपमेंट बैंक के स्कॉलरशिप का वेट करते रहेंगे और उसके लिए ही सब कुछ करेंगे वैसा नहीं है। देयर आर हंड्रेड्स ऑफ स्कॉलरशिप अवेलेबल। हमें कोशिश करना चाहिए कि हम एटलीस्ट 10-12 जगह अप्लाई करें तो उसमें से 1 या 2 में हमारा नंबर लग सकेगा। बिकॉज किसी भी एक स्कॉलरशिप पे हम कंप्लीट डिपेंडेंसी रखेंगे और हमारा नंबर अगर नहीं लगता है तो वी विल बी ऑन अ बिग डिसअपॉइंटमेंट। कोशिश करना चाहिए कि हम लोग हमारे जिस स्टेट में है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की जो स्कॉलरशिप होती है उसके लिए अप्लाई करें। जितने प्राइवेट स्कॉलरशिप होते हैं, इंटरनेशनल स्कॉलरशिप होते हैं, CSR स्कॉलरशिप होते हैं, हम सब कोशिश करना चाहिए कि उसके लिए कैसा हम अप्लाई करेंगे, राइट। उसके लिए अलग अलग वेबसाइट है जिसको हमको देखना चाहिए। उसमें से 3 इंपॉर्टेंट जो वेबसाइट है वो है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की scholarship.gov.in एक वेबसाइट है, उसको आप रेफर कर सकते हैं। दूसरी वेबसाइट जो है जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की होती है vidyasarathi.com, वो आप रेफर कर सकते हैं। तीसरी वेबसाइट जो कि एक प्राइवेट वेबसाइट है बट इट इज लाइक अ कंप्लीट प्लेथोरा ऑफ स्कॉलरशिप अवेलेबल ओवर देयर, bodyforstudy.com। ये 3 अगर वेबसाइट पे हम लोग ने हमारा प्रोफाइल अगर क्रिएट कर लिया तो इंशाल्लाह हमारे लिए स्कॉलरशिप मिलना आसान हो जाएगा एंड वी विल बी ऑन अ बेटर चांस ऑफ गेटिंग स्कॉलरशिप। तो किसी एक स्कॉलरशिप पे ऊपर कंप्लीट डिपेंडेंस ना रखे, कोशिश कीजिए आप लोग एटलीस्ट 10 लोकेशन पे 10 जगह पे आपकी स्कॉलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे, राइट। और इस स्कॉलरशिप को लेके आपको हमने 2 ईमेल आईडी शेयर किया है, एक बिलाल भाई का drbilal.scholar@gmail.com, दूसरा है scholarship@mpindia.org। आप ये दोनों ईमेल आईडी पे अपना स्कॉलरशिप रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन डाल सकते हैं। इंशाल्लाह बिलाल भाई विल ट्राई टू रिप्लाई टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, क्योंकि टाइम बहुत कम है। हम कोशिश करेंगे ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चे को रिप्लाई कर सके। मेरा ओनली रिक्वेस्ट होगा, बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक एंड ओनली एलिजिबल स्टूडेंट शुड पुट अ मेल टू बिलाल भाई। डोंट से करके मेरा 68% आया है तो मैं क्या करूं, मेरा नॉन यूजीसी रजिस्टर्ड कॉलेज है तो मैं क्या करूं, बिकॉज उनका कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं मिल पाएगा। तो अगर आप लोग एलिजिबल है तो आप बिलाल भाई को मेल लिख सकते हैं एंड बिलाल भाई विल ट्राई टू हेल्प एज मेनी एज पॉसिबल स्टूडेंट। उसके अलावा इस स्कॉलरशिप के अलावा और कोई स्कॉलरशिप में किस तरह अप्लाई करें, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग, उसके लिए आप scholarship@mpindia.org में भी हेल्प कर सकते हैं। दोनों जगह पे बिलाल भाई ही उसका टेक केयर कर रहे हैं। बिलाल भाई विल ट्राई टू help on both the side, right? Thank you so much everyone for joining for today's session. Once again thank you so much Bilal bhai for giving your valuable time and Bilal bhai हम चाहेंगे इस तरह के अलग अलग सेशन आप करते रहें ताकि बच्चों को और पेरेंट्स को एक रास्ता मिले करके किस तरह से हम आगे बढ़ सके। स्कॉलरशिप सुनने में बहुत आसान लगता है लेकिन जिनको इसका नॉलेज नहीं है, इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, उनके लिए एक अननोन टेरिटरी है, उनको इसके बारे में कुछ मालूमात ही नहीं होती है। बिलाल भाई आगे चल के हम चाहेंगे आप थोड़ा सा तवज्जो दें कि EWS के लिए किस तरह से हम उसका बेनिफिट ले सके। इनकम सर्टिफिकेट बहुत बड़ा हडल होता है हमारे कम्युनिटी के लिए। हमारी कम्युनिटी जानती नहीं है कि इनकम सर्टिफिकेट किस तरह बनाया जाए, क्या बनाया जाए। बोलने में बहुत आसान होता है कि हमको ये 3 जगह से लेटर लेके आना है, पर हम चाहेंगे बिलाल भाई अगर आप ये 2 टॉपिक के ऊपर स्पेसिफिक वेबिनार कर सके और स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस बनाए कि किस तरह से हम क्या कर सकते हैं, कुछ डेमो लेटर हमको दे सके, कुछ स्टेट वाइज हमको ब्रेकअप बता सके। फॉर एग्जांपल महाराष्ट्र स्टेट में आपली सरकार वेबसाइट होती है जहां पर हम ऑनलाइन जाके भी इनकम सर्टिफिकेट निकाल सकते हैं। तो इस तरह से अगर बिलाल भाई आपने थोड़ी हेल्प कर दी है बच्चों के लिए,
इंशाल्लाह
कहाँ कहाँ हम लोग ऑनलाइन कर सकते हैं और कहाँ कहाँ पर मजबूरी में सिर्फ ऑफलाइन ही करना है, तो इंशाल्लाह रिजल्ट बेटर आएंगे। तो बिलाल भाई we look forward for your support and participation so that this is just a beginning and we take it in a long journey और कोशिश करेंगे ज्यादा बच्चों को हेल्प करने के लिए।
इंशाल्लाह।
Thank you so much Bilal. Back to you Sufia.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dr. Bilal. This was a very comprehensive information, and we have covered almost the entire things related to this particular scholarship, as well as a complete guidance has been given to you students from Razak Bhai regarding the various websites available. You should also seek these websites and can always have this thing in your mind: what course I am looking at and where this scholarship could be available. And I heartily thanks all the attendees and Dr. Bilal for this valuable session. And I apologize for the technical glitch. Our session started a bit late. And Bismillahi awwalahu wa akhirahu. If we forget taking Allah's name in the beginning, we can always take it. So I'm ending this session with a dua, Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh my Lord, increase me in my knowledge. And Allahumma inni asaloka ilman nafian. Oh Allah, I ask you for knowledge that is of benefit. May Allah gives us increase in knowledge which we would benefit ourselves and the society. Thanks a lot. You can write